Older, wiser. Some people get older and wiser, and some people just get older. And here's a great question. If you didn't know how old you are now, how old would you be? How old do you feel? And what do you know? What do you know differently than 5 years ago, 10 years ago? And if you're as old as me, and there's a great question I ask on a regular basis. When I was 20, 30, 40, 50, how have I grown and gotten better now that I'm much older than that? And if I knew now, if I knew at 20 what I know now, would I have lived my life differently? And my answer to that is always the same. I have no regrets because everything that I've ever done in my life have led me to where I am now. So the person I am now is because of all the things that have happened to me. And you're the same. We can't change the past. And I think that's a really important thing to remember. There's nothing that we can do differently from yesterday, last year, 20 years ago. We can't change any of that. We just can become better, stronger, fitter, wiser because of that. So do we get older and wiser, or just older? And I hope the answer is wiser. So advice. What do you do? Is it better to learn from other people's advice? Is it better to learn from other people's experience? Or is it better to go through it yourself so that you can experience it yourself? And I use just a simple example. I have never had a broken bone. And I don't want to have a broken bone. I'm not going to go out and break my bone to get an experience of having a broken bone. I get that if I get a broken bone today, that I would learn from that experience. I would get stronger because of it. My bone would get stronger because of it. And it would be a great experience. But I'm not going to go out and specifically break my bone so I can have a broken bone experience. I just use that as an example. So there are some things in life that it's nice to learn from other people's experience because you might not want to go through it yourself. And of course, there's other things that are very cool to go through yourself because you learn. But the things that we have no control over, how about we just learn and grow from them, become tougher, stronger, better, and wiser because of them? There's some great advice. So when it comes to the 4 things that I have focused on my entire life since the age of 13, it's always been about how to get healthy, fit, and strong and stay that way for the rest of your life, how to have a career or business that you love, how to be financially free, and how to have great people in your life. The complete package of a great life. And if I look back over my life, if I wanted to get advice for those 4 things when I was 20, would I go to a 50, 60, 70-year-old person like I am now and get advice from them? And what advice would they give me? Now, the beautiful thing about advice is we don't have to take it. We can get it and people can give it to us, but we don't have to take it. So you don't have to take my advice, of course. But here's, on those 4 areas of life, here are the very few things that I wish I had known at 20 that I know now, and my life would have been even better if I had known them. So when it comes to health and fitness, because the 4 areas will be health and fitness, career and business, financial freedom, and great relationships. And when it comes to the healthy, fit, strong body that I have now, I do believe that it would be healthier, fitter, and stronger, and much easier to go and do all the things that I want to do if I had known a few things when I was 20. Or younger, because I started exercising when I was 10. Now, the first thing is that muscles can't count and they're blind. So reps and sets and how often should I train and what should I lift are all really silly. All I know now at this beautiful old age that I am now is that being fit and being strong is really important. And I have literally wasted hours, hundreds, thousands of hours trying to get fit and trying to get strong, doing stupid exercises and wasting a lot of time because I didn't know my anatomy and physiology. I relied on other people's opinions. So my number 1 piece of advice for what it's worth from an old lady who's very fit and strong now, but I wish I had known these things when I was 20, is learn how your own body works. Don't rely on other people's opinions. Don't rely on the experts. Don't believe other people. There's so much contradicting information about how you should eat and exercise and all the different things you should do. But if you know your anatomy and physiology, no one can trick you, no one can con you, no one can sell you stupid stuff, no one can get you to do stupid stuff because you'll be able to work it out for yourself. And the only way to do that is to know your anatomy and physiology. And the big part of that is muscles can't count, muscles are blind. Get fit and get strong. And the simple way to get fit is to get puffed. The simple way to get strong is to overload your muscles and bones. If you don't do it safely, you won't be able to do it. So that's just a simple process. Because one of the things that is really interesting for me every morning when I get up, my body doesn't function effectively until I get synovial fluid through my joints and I pump happy drugs into my brain. So I've got to get puffed straight up in the morning for my body to work. Now, if I'd known that at 20, I would have done it all of my life, and I would still be doing it now, but I wouldn't have a busted, broken body. So there's just a simple thing. When it comes to food and eating, that's such a controversial topic. How about something this simple? Now, you don't have to take my advice, but this is what I would love for everybody. Eat when you're hungry. Stop eating when you're full. Eat everything that you love. Don't ever eat anything that you don't like. And have a healthy, fit, strong body that burns up everything that you put into it. So that's that whole package for me. Very simple. Get fit, get strong, get puffed, lift heavy, do it safely. Eat whatever you bloody well want. Stop eating when you're full, but when you're healthy, fit and strong, that will happen automatically. You'll eat when you're hungry. You'll stop eating when you're full. Eat all the foods that you love. Don't eat anything that you don't like. And appreciate that your body, when it's fit and strong, will do that for you. Pretty simple. Wise words from an old lady, because my absolute commitment is to get older and wiser, not just older. When it comes to your career or your business, this is very simple for me, but easy for me, because I decided at 13 that I wanted to be an exercise. I wanted to help people get healthy, fit and strong. That's all I knew. I felt fantastic from getting puffed and lifting heavy, so I wanted to do that for everybody else. So I became an exercise professional. I've never had a lousy, stinking, rotten job. I've never done anything that I haven't loved. I've woken up every single day for my whole entire life, decade upon decade, loving my career, loving my business, doing what I love. Now, helping people to become healthy, fit and strong has gone into lots of different areas. So I've been a gym instructor, I've been a group exercise instructor, I became one of the very first personal trainers in the world, and I would never call myself that anymore because there's so many of them now. But when I started, I was told there's no such thing as personal training, no one's going to pay for somebody to train them. So that's how long I've been on the planet for. I've managed health clubs all over the world, literally in lots of different countries. I've trained people personally. I've trained other people to train people. And now as the Max International Colleges, we are absolutely committed to everybody being healthy, fit and strong, having a career or business that they love, being financially free and having great people in their life. So for me, it's been really easy because I've lived my life doing what I love. My only advice is this, and I can't give advice really because I've never experienced a lousy, stinking, rotten job. I've never worked for somebody I don't like. I've never done anything I don't like. But I've worked with lots of people who have. And if you don't know what you love or what you want to do or what you're passionate about, go and do everything and find out you might just find out what you don't want to do. But if you stay in a lousy, stinking, rotten job hoping that a great career or business is going to fall out of the sky in a pretty pink box, it probably won't. So if you know what you're passionate about, you know what you want to keep getting better at, and you know how you want to add massive value to people's lives, that to me is the sweet spot for your career or business, go do that and don't let somebody steal your dream. Whether that's as a sports person, a musician, an actor, a business person, a doctor, a lawyer, an accountant, an engineer, a landscape gardener, a builder, I don't care. Whatever it is that you're the most passionate about, go do it and don't let somebody steal your dream. But if you don't know what it is, go and do everything so you find out. Don't get stuck in a life where you're just going to work, doing a job to get paid money, because there's much more to life than money. So there's the simple advice, and this is not my advice, it's just the ultimate outcome for everybody I've ever met. And I've got a library behind me of people who have lived their life with doing what they're passionate about, and everyone says exactly the same thing. The reason I'm so successful is because I'm doing what I love. So find out what it is that you love, and if you don't know, go and do everything. The way to keep getting better at it is to train and educate and learn every day, and when you do that, you'll add massive value to people's lives, and that of course will create wealth, money, financial freedom. So then the third part of that is how to create financial freedom, and that's the easiest one of all, which is of course do what you love. And then the money that you earn, spend less than you earn. If you spend more than you earn, you go broke. You end up in credit card debt, you're broke, you owe people money, it's horrible. So spend less than you earn. And then if you spend a little bit less or a lot less than you earn, you can invest that money wisely and become financially free, financially secure, or wealthy. It's not complicated. That's the easiest one. And there's more books and seminars and conferences and workshops and information about how to be financially free, financially secure, and wealthy. But it's that simple. Do what you love. Create money, income, dollars, value to the world, then spend less than you earn and invest the less than you earn, or what's left over, invest that wisely and you can become financially free. Simple. The last one is relationships. And from a lady who's been married twice, I've now been married for over 25 years to the love of my life and my soulmate. I, of course, wish that for everybody. To have somebody in your life who respects you, loves you, wants to look after you, protect you, admires you, respects you, treats you beautifully, and that's a two-way thing. Obviously, that's got to come from both people in the relationship. But to be in a relationship like that and to have had that for such a long time, I could say I had to practice first. So I was married to somebody else. I was engaged to another person. I always have a joke about that because my mother said to me, what's with this? You get married and then you're engaged and now you want to get married again. And my answer to that to my mother was, isn't it great that the people who I've brought into my life want to marry me, not just have casual sex with me, which of course made her a little bit embarrassed. But I share that with you because life on your own as a great person and loving your life and loving who you are and doing what you love and adding value to the world is a beautiful way to live. But is it possible that you need to become that person first before you can attract another person like that into your life? If you're trying to attract somebody into your life because you need somebody, is it possible that that's called stalking? Needing somebody is very different to attracting a great person into your life. So my only advice for that, and I wish I'd known this at 20, was simply stop caring what other people think, stop trying to please other people, find out who you are, be that person. And that's that simple process that I always talk about. Pick 5 words to describe you as a person, who you want to be known as, what you want your reputation to be. It doesn't have to be 5 words, of course, but I picked 5. And I did this at 18 years of age, which was tough and fair, positive, stylish, disciplined and professional. And the advice was, if that's who you want to be that person in every area of your life. For me, it was tough and fair, positive, stylish, disciplined and professional in every area of my life. Clothing, car, house, career, business, the way I treat people, everything about my life, I would ask the question, would a tough and fair, positive, stylish, disciplined and professional person do this, go there, buy that, be involved with this? And if the answer was no, I wouldn't do it. I live my life like that to this day, and it's made life very, very simple. So is it possible that the only way to have great relationships is to be a great person? Be the person that you want to be friends with. Be the person that you respect. Be the person that you love. Be the person that you want to go to the movies with. Be the person that you want to go out to dinner with. Be the person that you want to go on holidays with. And if you are that person, then you'll love being by yourself. You won't need other people. You'll never need anybody else because you love who you are. But is it then possible that you'll attract beautiful people into your life, the same kind of people? And that's why I feel so privileged, because my gorgeous husband is exactly that person. Self-respecting, self-motivated, self-disciplined, financially free, intelligent, funny, all the things I've ever wanted in somebody, but I had to become that person before I could attract that person. So it's a pretty simple process. So if I look back over my life and if I could do things differently, or if there were things at 20 that I wish I knew that I do know now, it's that simple. Number 1, get healthy, fit and strong safely so that you've got a fit, strong body for the rest of your life. Choose a career or business that you love and don't let anybody steal your dream. Make sure that that creates financial freedom for you, and that's very simple. Spend less than you earn and invest the rest. And the people that you have in your life, never accept anything less than the people that add value to your life. And that's a beautiful quote. We get what we accept. If we accept laziness and undisciplined behavior and rudeness and negativity about ourselves from ourselves, if we're rude to ourselves, if we're negative about ourselves, if we treat ourselves badly and we accept that, then why would anybody else treat us differently? If we don't look after us, why would somebody else want to be involved with us? If we don't have self-respect, why would somebody else respect us? So if I look after me, then I can live by myself, or I will attract great people into my life. It's that simple. So if you want to have a great life, if you want to live your life to the max, be healthy, fit and strong, have a career or business that you love, make sure that you're financially free so money is not a challenge or a hassle, and only accept beautiful people into your life, the most important person being you, so that you can live your life to the max. Live your life to the max. Live your life to the max. Woohoo!